So we're going to kick off with the Times on Monday, Paul. What have they got?
Well, some harrowing, but I guess not too surprising news. Long waits in A&E kill 250 people every week. And there were 1 million patients that waited over 12 hours or more once they've been admitted for a bed.
And is this an issue with triage? Is this,
so they get... sorry, Andrew.
Go on. No, go on.
So the point is, I think it is an issue with triage, but the triage gets them to this point, and then they're told at the end of triage they need to be admitted.
Right.
And it's that wait between the end of triage and getting a bed of 12 hours or more that people are dying in.
So what is this? Is this just the usual story? The NHS doesn't have the resources, they're understaffed?
I think it's more of a kind of a filibuster war of attrition. They just try and grind you down, see how long you'll stay, and eventually you'll leave and you'll just deal with it yourself. You'll sew up your own wound.
Well, you know what? There are actually a lot of people... I mean, my mother used to work at an A&E in the reception, and she said there were a lot of people there who just really didn't need treatment. They were just going there because they wanted somewhere to go.
Wow.
That's why I'm here. Someone to talk to.
Yeah, that's the only reason you're here.
We probably should care slightly more about the 250 dead people, but...
Yes, well, those are the people who did need treatment.
Yes.
That's my point.
Evidently.
So is it not the case that we should be encouraging people to maybe, not go in unnecessarily, keep the queues down? I
would totally agree with that. But since the pandemic, it feels like nobody goes to A&E unless it's 100%
really?
necessary. It feels that way to me.
OK.
At the same time, every time I dial 111, if I have some kind of something, you want to speak to 111, they always say, oh, just go in, we can't tell you over the phone. So even if it's something you just want some advice on, they will just tell you to go in, so you waste... the A&E doctor's time, your
Really,
time.
isn't it about time we just funded the NHS better?
Yes, I mean, people would argue, there will be some people who watch this, I'm sure, would argue that we give it enough money and they need to spend it better. And there's a strong argument for that. You could get rid of all the diversity and inclusion managers for a start.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, there is a lot of waste.
But without all that cynicism, I think you're right. I think as population grows, so does the need and the burden. And as a result, we need to invest in it, and we need to invest in it properly.
I'm a fan of the NHS, Jonathan.
Big time.
I think it's a fantastic institution.
Well, no, I also agree. I think it's definitely has its heart in the right place, or it certainly once did. But I think if you go to the NHS and you didn't need to go, you should have to pay for it, or you have to do like a forfeit or something.
Well, so you get to the end of triage and they go, you didn't need to come here.
Yeah.
That's £400, please.
Exactly.
Oh, well, that seems a bit unfair.